The next thing I wanted to talk about, nice little top 5 talking topics kind of thing. This one's just going to be like, not really a top 5, but just 5, because it's hard to like rank surprisingly bad. But we're going to be talking about surprisingly bad matchups. I want to lean more towards like the top tiers that you usually see when you look at brackets and whatnot. Just because it's good to know, you know, the meta could shift with a lot of these characters becoming relevant. There's just a lot of characters in the pool, and Cosmos picking up Inkling again. You can blame Light for that one. I hope you like Inkling. I'm sure you will. I know at the beginning of the game, people hated Inkling, especially watching her. In the face of everything else that we've been watching, no one's going to complain. So the first one that I had in mind is a pretty relevant one. It might not be too surprising for you because if you kept up with the most recent tournament, you know what happened to Tweak. It was, he lost to a Duck Hunt dog. But his matchup was really hard for Diddy Kong. Characters that generally don't really have to interact with Banana Peel already do get pretty good against Diddy. Right? And it's no debate. Duck Hunt is way worse than Diddy Kong. Duck Hunt just overall is just a much worse character. But his tools are super niche and they're just like randomly good against Diddy Kong. Because even Diddy Kong's like a pretty niche character as well. If you're watching this match, you can see Dakpo kind of just randomly throwing out up Bs. I guess you kind of just have to play funky, play weird like that. One thing that like Duck Hunt low-key has going for him is his survivability. And if you can live a long time against Diddy Kong, you can really make him struggle. Because like the natural camping nature of Duck Hunt, you won't really have to worry too much about side B. You're not really going to be getting cornered all that often. Even if you are, you probably shouldn't be getting sniped because Can will just beat side B and like the gunman sets up pretty well. Just Diddy Kong's entire game plan just has to change. You can't play a typical Diddy Kong when you're playing against Duck Hunt. And for that reason, it's a losing matchup. You probably didn't expect it. Most recently, Tweak lost to some guy named Big Duck Hunt Fan 7000 or something like that. I don't even think he played Diddy Kong. That's how bad the matchup is. He mains Diddy Kong, and he wouldn't even go it against some guy that you'd probably consider a random. Duck Hunt also has like surprisingly decent approaching tools with like his setups. If you have to respect Can, you kind of like lose jump to some degree, and the gunman can control the entire ground. Obviously, that is not 100% true. There's a lot of workarounds. You don't have to just not jump when you see Can. And you can parry or just hit the gunman. But it's the fact that you have the advantage in like every scenario because of your setup tools against Diddy Kong. Yeah, you got 2 stock, Jesus. Wasn't pre-patch Diddy bad except for the infinite? No, Diddy was good. People just didn't play him. Duck Hunt is a very good character, actually. That is not true. There are, like, majority of other characters can kind of just ignore Duck Hunt's tools and be completely fine. Or just edge guard the f*** out of him. My P-Brain cannot see what's bad about this matchup no matter how hard I try. Subscribing to the channel? Pretty cash money. Not subscribing? Kinda cringe. So right here, wait, does he have the banana peel? He does. So he picks up the banana peel. There's 2 things coming at Diddy Kong right now. So he's got, clearly Duck Hunt's got time to set up here. And even with banana peel in hand and like fully equipped to deal with a majority of the situations, he's got a couple of options. Depending on this gunman, this kind of changes the situation. But more likely than not, Duck Hunt's going to run at you in this situation because what else do you have to throw out and set up? You have the can that's about to hit you. There is enough time to throw the projectile and get out of the way. The gun is about to shoot you. You can jump and air dodge over this, but now you're above Duck Hunt and the situation's kind of reset with you in a worse position. If you run back, you've just kind of re-cornered yourself against Duck Hunt. Even if you throw the banana peel, you get shot. You call out Duck Hunt for running at you. So, I don't know why he ran towards the dog. Senor Dog. I think it was kind of a bad thing to do. Whatever, you know, I actually don't even want to dissect this at all. It just sucks for Diddy, bro. Trading also sucks for Diddy. Yeah, because Diddy should have a harder time killing than Duck Hunt. Shot, explode, a million bajillion damage. That was probably the worst outcome that interaction could have had. You're actually right. Ledge is also really ugly. All right, I'm done talking about this one. Cloud DK? No. Idiot. God. Everyone knows that DK does good against Cloud. It wouldn't be a surprising matchup. You know what might be surprising, though, to some people? Kirby versus Fox. This Fox, who has one of the best ground games in the game, lose against a character that plays mostly ground-based. Kirby's tilts are a crime? Oh yeah, exactly. He should have died here. Look at this. Dead. You die here. A good Kirby kills you here. You pratfalled off the corner, off the ledge. You should have died. He sniped the down tilt on the forward air reversal. He should have lost that. I don't think I've ever seen a Kirby Fox game. Exactly, because no one plays Kirby. Because he sucks. However, he beats Fox. Fox, broken ground game, right? Falling aerials are ridiculous. Pretty safe on shield. And he runs circles around most of his opponents. His downfalls are the fact that he can end up being kind of linear. He's really light. His recovery is exploitable. Kirby is pretty good at edge guarding. I say pretty good. He's not great. He's got down air. Down air's preposterous. He can outbox Fox. He's got the lingering hitboxes, that combo that can deal with Fox's pressure. His ground moves can contest with Fox. Even though Kirby is like also light, they both die pretty early. But Fox should be dying in less interactions just because of like the nature of edge guarding and stuff. Kirby just has a lot more convenient hitboxes is what I like to call it. Just he's hard to deal with moves. For example, you know how Fox likes to back air in this position right here when you're at kill percent? Watch this. Oh, down tilt. Oh, you have to back air perfectly if you even want a shot at hitting me. And even then, you might not be able to. Kirby hits harder. That is correct, actually, yeah. Like, per hit, Kirby hits harder. Even if Fox gets combos. It's very surprising that Kirby just does really well against Fox. The fact that he can edge guard him is huge, too. He's also hard to combo. I think floaty characters are easier to combo in this game. I think Fox is a rare niche case where he surprisingly does have a harder time surprising floaty characters. Light says it's even. That's weird, dude, because I messaged him before the stream and I asked for a surprisingly bad Fox matchup and he said Kirby. So, Ligma suck, my brother. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's about it. Watch, you're going to see it one day. J-Jaw is going to play against Light. Is going to go game 5. Or Light's just going to get bodied because he doesn't play against Kirby. Oh, true. I forgot Kirby's got kill throws. Fox hates kill throws. Alright, who else do we have that might be surprising? I was thinking about a couple of them. I don't think Cloud DK is one of the surprising ones, to be honest. I think most people know that DK randomly does well against Cloud. The reason DK does good against Cloud is because you should just be able to gimp him. He runs the roulette of will I dash attack, bear, or grab you. And Cloud just has to be like, I don't know. I have to just play it safe and not die in the next interaction, you know? I feel like I've heard before that Corrin does well against Sonic's matchup chart. He said Corrin even? What the heck? This is 2022? Alright, sweet. I got my next one surprising. Alright. Oh, perfect. Look at that. See, even Leo knows about this. Hopefully he wins this game and I don't just look like an absolute fool. So this is something you probably didn't know because you don't see a lot of Corrins. You certainly see a lot of Sonics, but you ain't seeing a lot of Corrins. You know, like Sonic says it's even. I don't... Like, now that I'm thinking about the matchup a little bit more, I kind of don't really see it. I think Leo beat Sonics with Corrin. I know he has before. I don't know about this specific match, but we're still going to put it on just for background. Corrin has like a lot of really good tools to deal with spin dash. The only thing that she doesn't have in the matchup that you could argue would make it like definitely winning would be speed. But Corrin doesn't need speed. She has ridiculously large hitboxes to couple with the fact that she has really active hitboxes, which are both really good for dealing with Sonic's timing mix-ups. That's all Sonic is, like a lot of timing mix-ups and like the occasional forced guessing that you have to do, and then solving the Rubik's Cube of getting back to stage because you don't want to get gimped by Sonic. Corrin doesn't really get gimped by Sonic because the way her up B works, where it's just like a huge hitbox that's like all around her. Sonic can't really deal with that, and Spring doesn't interact with it, I'm pretty sure. Even if it does, like, it's not... Spring isn't an issue. But Nair dealing with spin dash and also being a combo starter is really nice. And if Sonic does anything that, like, even looks like he's trying to whiff punish you, boom, pin. What are you doing? Stop that. Pin is ridiculously good. And, you know, when Sonic's trying to snap ledge and stuff, you can try to pin the ledge. It's pretty easy. It's pretty telegraphed. There's no risk going for pin at ledge, and it will kill, like, at, like, 70. Corrin is another, like, Corrin can play that really defensive game that Sonic likes is kind of what I'm going with here. And even though she's slow, shouldn't really have too much of a problem cornering Sonic because, say you're cornering Sonic as Corrin, if he tries to go through you, you have really active hitboxes. If he tries to jump above you, you have insane, your up air is one of the best in the game. You should be able to just anti-air him and trace him in the air. So Sonic can't like efficiently camp Corrin. He's got to interact with her in some way. And having those active hitboxes that all combo just makes it look ugly. See what I mean? You try doing something stupid, get pinned, idiot. You see Sonic's is like, he's approaching a lot more than you would normally see him approach. It's just because he has to like make these really awkward interactions that force Leo to guess. Is it better to pick a larger or smaller stage against Sonic? It depends on the matchup. There's no definitive answer. See what I mean? He just tried to edgeguard him and died for it. because there's that little bit of intangibility on Cloud's up. I'm sorry, on Corrin's up B. He just went right through him, and then he just dies here. Cloud up B with intangibility would be wild. I would be playing Cloud right now. And besides, even if there's like a specific size of stage that Sonic doesn't like, he can ban it, so it doesn't really matter. So we've talked about, what, 3 matchups at this point now? So we got 2 more to go through. Sonic's won this game. Dude, spoilers. He tried that. Ooh, that back air was crazy. Damn, he makes that back. Hey, that's the pin I'm talking about. Oh, that's why I had this list up earlier at the start of the stream, because I was looking at some of the characters that are really good, and I was curious as to, like, you know, what surprisingly bad matchups do, like, these characters have. People actually probably don't know this. Actually, yeah, we could talk about this one. Yeah, Inkling. Do people know about this? Do people know that this is Snake's worst matchup and is not close? Actually, it's probably Mega Man. But people don't know that Inkling is probably just as bad. Is it Snake versus Game & Watch terrible? Yes, it's very bad. This matchup's really hard for Snake. And you wouldn't think about it, right? Because who plays Game & Watch? I'm sorry, who plays Inkling? God, there's too many characters we're talking about here. There's very few characters that can, like, so efficiently smother him and just, like, use his grenades against him, out-frame data him, not have to worry about grenades while also just smothering him. This matchup, this one right here. I won this tournament, by the way. Thank you for asking. Yeah, characters that generally can, like, just hit Snake and not have to worry about grenade is, like, Sheik or, like, Zero Suit, because, like, the hitboxes are so small that you don't normally have to worry about accidentally hitting grenade when you hit Snake while he's in disadvantage. Inkling has big hitboxes and doesn't really have to worry about hitting grenade. For some reason, it's just like that. So if you get hit once as Snake, one of 2 things happen. You die, or you get set to 100, and then you die in the next interaction. It's a up matchup. It's really hard. Splattershot can lock Snake into shield. So he'll pluck the grenade and shield as he does. And he can set himself at, like, roll distance. So if you roll in, you're getting Splattershot. If you're shielding, you're stuck in shield. And if you roll away, nothing gained. Like, you probably just lost your grenade and you might have a little bit of ink on you. Snake is beyond easy to confirm. Yes, it's super easy to just destroy him. I think I've explained it to a T at this point. Oh, the up throw up air percent's really big on Snake. See, I didn't even know that because I don't play this matchup. I played against Cosmos in Snake Inkling for like an hour when I was picking up Snake. And bro, I think I took like 1 game. It was awful. I would get hit once and I'd be like, oh dude, GG's, shake my hand. I would just be so tight. I'd be like, I'm not picking up Snake. This character's bad. I can't play him. I'm garbage. Alright, he's fully inked and off stage. What will happen? He goes all the way up to land, and Cosmos sucks at playing advantage. Big surprise. A lot of what makes Inkling good too is the fact that she just low profiles like all the time. She's just one with the stage. It's so annoying. That doesn't matter against Snake. Like, it's not a contributing factor in the matchup, but Inkling still destroys him. You know what's crazy? Cosmos is actually playing this matchup so bad. He's pummeling Snake to detonate grenades. That's okay if you trade with grenade anyway. You 50-50. If Cosmos was good, he would have just killed him there. He read the air dodge. He just positioned poorly. And he doesn't know how to DI up smash. Cosmos is terrible. He's picking this character back up? Why? Cosmos! Come on, man. Alright, one more bad matchup that you were surprised about, that you had no clue existed. That you were just like, wow. And I want it to be really surprising. So I want to talk about like a relevant character. I still actually don't have an answer for this question. Me Sword Fighter beat Steve Puggies. That's just, yeah, no. Steve doesn't lose matchups, bub. You know how tempted I am to put Dr. Mario Pikachu? Hold up. Where's Doc? It better be only in +1. Someone's got to humble Sam. He put it in +2. We gotta fix this like yesterday. There's no way Cloud loses to Ridley, by the way. I feel like I've already thrown all the shocking ones at you guys, you know? I feel like I can't really wow you with one of these. Most matchups in this game make sense to me. Yeah, you can usually like play it out in your head and like figure out why things work the way they work. Does Hero beat Steve? That was like a tinfoil hat theory for a long time about Hero beating Steve because he can counter camp by getting buffs and just hitting him twice and killing him. I do not believe the Hero beats Steve propaganda because Steve can also just run at Hero and kill him. Incineroar beating Pac-Man is wild. That is a little odd. That's something I'm interested in. Let me see. That is surprising to me if that's the case. I wonder if there's... Alright, you know what? This will take my number 5 spot. I didn't even know this was a thing until today. I don't understand how a character with such a good camp game can struggle in a matchup like this. I see. Free revenge when you throw all your at him. That makes sense. You corner yourself so you're susceptible to dying very early, right? So how does he deal with Hydrant? He's probably got some really good moves for Hydrant. The lack of speed doesn't really matter, right? Because Pac-Man's going to spend a lot of his time cornering himself. And he sets up a wall more than he uses, like, his movement. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. That's not good. Yeah, it seems like it's really hard to, like, pinpoint a kill. Pac-Man can definitely struggle to kill in matchups that he's not allowed to, like, really set up in, right? Because you can set up the Hydrant, you can throw at people, eventually something will kill. Bell is probably still really helpful. Maybe I'm being convinced. I am too, honestly. Yeah, SkyJ's putting on a good show here. I feel like up close, like, Pac-Man probably has, like, the frame data to at least compete with Incineroar. But I think Incineroar having a really good out of shield makes this matchup even harder, because you can't just outscrap him. Punch, 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 punch. Oh! He tried to gimp him and died for it. Okay. He, like, doesn't break the Hydrant to bait Sinji to break the Hydrant for him, and then kills him at 10%. Yeah, I guess Pac-Man can't really do his, like, game plan. He just can't play the way he wants to play. Ooh, whoa, whoa, SkyJ's cooking a little too much there. I was also expecting a side beat from SkyJ. Sinji, you and I are very similar in that way. Yeah, he's kind of just, yeah, you keep, like, you didn't learn your lesson the first time? Yeah, goodbye. Dead. Free revenge? Sure, I take those. I've been convinced. Okay, so the 5 matchups were Incineroar versus Pac-Man, Fox versus Kirby, Inkling versus Snake. What else was it? Corn versus Sonic. What was the last one? It was the very first one I said, right? Oh, Duck Hunt versus Diddy Kong. You thought this was me playing in Sin? Hell yeah. There you go. Top 5 most surprising matchups in the game you didn't know about. You learned something new today. Tell a friend. And tell them to subscribe to the channel. Please!